Welcome to Sacramento State Stadium. We're headed toward the backstretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Sacramento State Hornets. Along with David Collick and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Well, guys, Coach told me this atmosphere is going to be crucial today. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hunter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Golden Flashes offense will be first on the attack. Now running the show is Drew Shields. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
Fires quickly, and he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down. They boot it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
That's caught. It's Burrell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Got it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. The run inside. It's Curtis. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Curtis. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it up with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Golden Flash's offense ready to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll move the wide receiver. Nice move there. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. That first punt was a beauty. Did take another one just like it. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So here comes Kent State's offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Spins away from one. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Etheridge. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Off play action. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes one. Pulls it in. It's Clark. Oh, he got loose. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Clark. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Keeps it himself. He's inside the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this play.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, golden flashes.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a gap. It's Curtis. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Golden Flashes will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, we saw them have to punt on the last drive. That's not the case so far this time. Much better job executing there on third down. I know it's early. Third play of this drive, but picking that up, that should give this offense time.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air on second down. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
People are going to watch the end of that clip and go, man, that QB got hit hard. That is not on the offensive line. Nice protection. He has all day to sit back there, make a decision, bake a pie, eat the pie. Goodness gracious, a ton of time. You got to pull that trigger faster.
Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UCF taking on the Baylor Bears.
And the Golden Flashes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Got a man, it's Moses. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Curtis.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Leaves it with the back. There's a crease. Touchdown, Sacramento State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Etheridge. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Headed outside, it's King. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Banks. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. The Golden Flashes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Picks up the first down. Lots of room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Kent State. They take the lead here in the second half.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Might have a chance. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. On the run, it's Curtis. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Over the middle, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. A little midweek action to keep you going. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Give to the running back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the top 12 and the scoreboard and see how those teams vying for playoff spots are doing. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. With the catch, it's Banks. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it. It's King. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Sacramento State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Takes the handoff. It's Curtis. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Caught by Williams on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Right back to him on the ground. Makes it past the marker. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And the Golden Flashes will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Trying to impose their will with the run. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
They go to the draw. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team fall.